welcome to another Train Sim World 6 news. You'll have to excuse me today. I've not been feeling too good the last few days. I hope you got your drinks, your teas, your coffees, your cokes, your water, your juice, whatever it is you like to drink and eat while listening to this. I read this so you don't have to. So yeah, here we go straight into it. Although as always, I will not be covering stuff that I do not care about. If you want that to change, then please let me know in the comments. So, at a quick glance, we've got two new things. So, arriving soon within 0 to 3 months. Content subject to change, of course. We've got the West Coast Mainline crew to Preston from Just Trains, the Expert DB-BR145 from TSG, the Tatami line from Union Workshop has moved into the 0 to 3 months. At long last, it looks like it's becoming soon. The NEC New York to Stamford route, DB-BR147, GWR HST Farewell Pack from Grump Dog Games, Medway Valley line from Firefly Simulations, and the Class 90 from Alan Thompson Simulation. If I don't say who it's made by at the end, like with the NEC New York, Stamford and DBBR147, that means it's done in-house by Dovetail Games. With the improvements from Incredible Trains, the North London Line Richmond extension, the blurred textures and optimizations, and PS5 add-on mounting support. Further down the line, we've got a brand new Nuremberg Ingolest from TSG. TSG is Train Sim Germany. And new in, we've got BNSF's Snot-Nose SD40/-2 from Adamovic Productions, which is a new, I've not heard of them before, so there must be a new third-party studio. We've got the BR Class 70 Freightliner from All Aboard Studios. We've got the BNSF GP60M and GP60B from Iron Simulations. We've got Lisbon to Stipball from Virtual VR 360. We've got the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley from All Aboard Studios. We've got the Southern Pacific Hayden branch from Iron Simulations. We've got the Renan Nyes Barn from Fosworld. We've got the Cumbrian Coast Carlisle to Whitehaven by Just Trains. We've got the Neckarpan Heldenberg to Necklace from TSG. And we've got the DBBR 420 from TSG. I do apologise if I had said any of those things incorrectly. And again, I'd just like to point out that even though DDG is a UK based company, they are currently not working on any UK based add-ons. So if anyone knows anyone from Dovetail Games or anyone from Dovetail Games actually watching, if you want some ideas for UK based routes where you don't have to worry about trains, new trains or licensing, then Eastbourne to Ashford International with a line going from Hastings to at least Battle. If you can do it further than Battle and up to Tunbridge, that would be brilliant. Then it will be able to connect with the Medway Valley line. But if not, at least up to Battle. You've got all the trains that you need, the 377s, the 375s on Southeastern, and the 171s now on Southern, so you don't need any extra trains for that. Another good route would be Ashford International to... oh, rubbish. I've forgotten the name of the station. It's where the Southeastern High Speed stops at the other end. So from Ashford to there via Dover and my brain is a mess today. I told you. I'm just going to look. Faversham, that's where we'd go to from Faversham. So from Faversham to Ashford International via Canterbury West and Dover. There you go. Got there in the end, and I didn't even have to look up my phone. It finally got there. Excuse me. So, yeah, 2 routes that you could do that doesn't need licensing or new trains. Derby to Birmingham and Crewe will be a good route to do. Birmingham and Derby and Nottingham to Sheffield, including the Matlock branch line. Bristol to Swansea or Cardiff to Swansea, or Cardiff to Swansea and beyond. I'm trying to think. Anywhere along the North Wales line. I mean, I would love to see Crewe to Clandindo, but I don't think they'd do it that long. I'd love to see from Crewe to Holyhead. That would be amazing, but I don't think they'd do that. But I'm sure they can do it in stages. So there's a few ideas for you. And anything on the East Coast Main Line, from King's Cross upwards. Or, London St Pancras up to Leicester, via the main line, as well as round to the other place it goes to, which now I'm going to have Corby, that's it, Corby. There you go. So, hello and welcome to the TSW 6 March 2026 roadmap. If you're new to our community, these roadmaps are essentially a monthly check-in with updates on all of the conversations between our teams, development partners and new releases. We've had a busy year so far, releasing 3 remasters and 2 loco add-ons alongside our development partners. Excuse me. As we head further into 2026, we're excited to bring you more updates on future content, including TSW's first Czech route, which is releasing tomorrow. Okay, I thought it was releasing Friday. Oh no, the DBBR15 is coming Friday. Okay, so yeah, the new Czech route's releasing tomorrow, which is the Tuesday, the March 10th. So either tomorrow or later on today, depending on when this video comes out. That isn't our only release this week, though. For players looking for a challenge, TSG will be releasing their expert DBBR145 this Friday, 13th of March. Oh, Friday the 13th. We'll also be taking a proper look at all the content coming into TSW6 in the future, as well as introducing a new development partner alongside an update on the state of the game in our community corner. Be sure to join us for our March 2026 roadmap tonight, Monday the 9th of March at 7 o'clock, hosted by Executive Producer of Trains and Senior Community Manager, where we'll discuss all the news below and answer your questions live. Well, they cherry pick the questions that they are going to answer. There's a lot of things that they do ignore. That, as the time of recording, has already been and gone, but you can check it out on YouTube. So, content up ahead. Librex Stratapaka from Vector Simulations, releasing tomorrow, is something that I don't care about. Not being mean, but it has nothing. I mean, it looks nice, but it's not on my radar. Quite a unique station there. But yeah, it's not on my radar, unfortunately. If I were to get it, it would be heavily reduced in price on discount. I said you can go check out the live preview, or not live now, but you can check out the preview on on YouTube, where Harry and Matt from DTG and Dominic from Vector Simulations will show the preview on that, which will showcase the route, rolling stock, and the class 843 and the class 750. I mean, it does look like a beautiful route. It does look nice. The trains look cool, but it's just something I'm not interested in, and would probably only pick up if it was heavily on a sale. Next, we got the Expert DBBR145 from TSG, coming Friday the 13th of March. Again, I'm sure it's a nice train. I've got the normal version. I don't need the Expert version. It's something I don't care about. I wouldn't even pick it up on discount, so there's no use going through that. Did the other one have a price to it? Oh yeah, so I will say that the new Czech route will be available on PC, Steam and Epic Games and Gen 9 console platforms, Xbox Series SX and PlayStation 5. So not for PlayStation 4 or the old Xboxes. This will be released at £32.99, €39.99 or $44.99. That's American dollars. The Expert DBBR145 from TSG will be, for Xbox Series SX, PS5, Epic Games and Steam, and will be €35.99, £29.99 and £39.99. So a new route costs £32.99 and a new train costs £29.99. Not much difference. I'm sorry, but even for an Expert version of a train, £29.99 is just too much. It is an absolute pea-take, and I wouldn't even buy my favourite train for that price. That's just, you know, there's routes that cost less than that. I'm sorry, but that is just greedy. I know a lot of work has probably gone into this train, but £29.99, no, absolutely not. So we got a new route announcing Schaffenstrack, Nuremberg to Eigelstadt from TSG. Again, I apologise if I've pronounced that wrong or said it wrong. Continuing with the ever busy TSG, we're now here announcing their third route. This is the first ever German high-speed route, boasting an incredible 300 km/h running speed with the Ice 3 and Munich-Nuremberg Express. This route is famous for setting some speed records, with the tourists achieving 357 km on a test run. So yeah, this is something I'm definitely interested in, especially since high speed, and I love the ice trains. Absolutely love the ice trains in Germany. I would love to go on one day and experience that, especially in first class. Much of the route is down to the efforts of Corin Pilot 21, who after showing his capability through modding became a large contributor of TSG's route building team for their previous Motorbahn and future Neckerbahn add-ons. A screenshot of a station there. It is Fischbach. This is Nürnberg in brackets there. I think the express high speed part is on the other side. For rolling stock, you can expect to see the standard DBBR 101 with Munich Nuremberg Express wagons and cab car. The BPMM-PDZF 286.3, the APMMZ 126.1 and the BPMZ 295.4. An ICE BR 403 with some slight tweaks to freshen it up. And there you can see there's the ice train there. And over there as well. You've got a freight train just to the left as well. We can see cars on there. The cab car from Munich Nuremberg Express will become Expert along with the DBRBR 101 if you own the Expert DBBR 101 add-on. So if you don't have the Expert DBBR 101 add-on, you'll get the standard one. But if you do own it, then you'll have the Expert one on the route. Really, you should just let us choose which one we want instead of saying it's one or the other. Announcing the BNSF Snotnose SD440-2 from Adamovic Productions. Sorry, but it's just something I don't care about. I'm not a big fan of American trains unless it's third rail, so I do apologise for that. NEC New York Stamford coming soon. This is something I do care about because it's American third rail. Ready to take a bite out of the Big Apple, New York Stamford is almost ready for release. This route will offer a wide range of variety, including local, express and semi-express runs. Oh, I don't see any third rail here. I see overhead, but I don't see any third rail here. In these stunning pictures here. Or here. That train in the background kind of looks like a Pendolino, don't it? Yeah, you got overhead wires, but they seem to stop. Oh no, it's down there as well, you just can't see them. I think it's probably a work in progress. Hopefully it's not missing wires there. But there's no third rail here. So are these third rail and overhead? Do they kind of swap? Like our HS1s do? That'll be interesting to see. We covered the Metro North M8 EMU during February 2026 roadmap, but we also have packed a preview live stream with executive producer Matt and community manager Harry from Dovetail Games being joined by Tyler from Rivet and two members of our beta testing team, Eddie and Brian. So even though this is meant to be a in-house route, Rivet is working on it, and there's reason for concern because Rivet doesn't have the best track record. You see the bridge over in the background with lights on as well. I bet that looks really nice during night runs. We'll have more information on the NEC New York Stamford soon, so keep an eye on our community spaces and social for news and updates, and we'll catch you at the preview live stream. You can catch that on YouTube, and you can put a notifier on so they notify you. I won't be watching because this is a route I will get. I probably won't be able to get day one release, but as soon as I'm able to afford to get it, I will, and then I'll just have a fresh look at it when I do. I'm still a bit worried about because it's showing third rail there, but it didn't show third rail in those pictures. Can anyone let me know in the comments below whether this is a dual voltage where it changes, like some of the routes third rail and then some of the route then changes to overhead wires? We have that over in the UK. The HS1 does it. I think there's an overground line that does it as well. DBBR147 is something we don't care about either, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, I just don't care. Class 90 from Alan Thompson Simulation. So we're getting a different freight loco. We're so sick and tired of the shed. Sorry, Harry, I know you love that engine, but there are other rolling stocks in the UK, not just the Class 66 shed. And we're getting one here with the Class 90 from Alan Thompson Simulation. The much anticipated Class 90 is still continuing its development process through ATS. Originally designed to boost the UK's electric rolling stock, the Class 90 has seen both passenger and freight services during its 30 years of service, although it primarily runs freight nowadays. Shame we're not getting the intercity livery that runs the intercity route on the East Coast Main Line, but we don't have the East Coast Main Line, although they could run it between the East Coast Main, the section of the East Coast Main Line that we do have in game it would really add to that. So I hope it'll probably come as a game pack later on down the line, and we'd have to fork out more money for it, but that's just the way it is these days, isn't it? Why give us something for free, or a different variant for free, when you can just make us pay for it? The Class 90 timetable will be focused on West Coast Main Line London to Milton Keynes, with services from Wembley Yard, Willesden and Camden Junction, hauling shipping containers or other locomotives. Keep an eye out on Trainsim World 6 and the ATS website for future news. Crewe to Preston from Just Trains. Again, I'm half and half on this. I've only got one of the Just Trains routes, which is the Blackpool route for TSW. I've got all their TSC stuff, their Trainsim Classic stuff. But for Trainsim World, I've only got their Blackpool route. And I wish that DTG went, look, we're going up the West Coast Main Line, can you do something else? Or they went, okay, you're doing the West Coast Main Line in the 80s, we'll go do something else. Having the West Coast Main Line in two different eras and not being able to run a straight through, whether it's by joining the routes or whether it's by route hopping, it's just really annoying. It's just really, really annoying. And I love Just Trains' work. They're absolutely brilliant. But again, it's just something I won't be able to get unless it's heavily discounted. So I do apologise, Just Trains. It's just something I will not be getting until it's heavily discounted. The Just Trains team have shared a wealth of new information about the upcoming Crewe to Preston route, this time with a major focus on the Class 20 and what its role will be in terms of gameplay. So this from Just Trains. The Class 20s in 1986 was regularly in action, working out of Springs Branch Depot at Wigan, with pairs deployed on MGR circuits from both Brickashaw and Parkside collieries, with the former requiring top and tail pairs of the class between Springs Branch and Brickashaw, allowing in our timetable for some unique and interesting gameplay, as the constant shoveling means the area is in constant hive of activity. Beyond the MGR turns, the Class 20 also saw use on a number of other freights in the area, including local trip workings and stone trains from Peak Forest. 86. I was 2 years old, going on 3, depending on what month it was. Visually, the Class 20 has had a full exterior remap of the UVs, followed by a complete retexture from the ground up, and we have also created the BR Blue and Rail Freight grey liveries, along with local specific details such as depot stickers, snow ploughs and additional headlights, etc. Audio has also seen attention with new traction motor blower sounds, blunt end and cab end-ons, including a random third tone that is per our reference locomotive. Additionally, the existing audio has also been tweaked and enhanced to provide an improved experience. So they're giving us two different liveries along with the livery that it comes in, which is good. The other third parties and DTG could learn a lot from Just Trains. Instead of giving it to us in a gameplay pack later down the line and charging us for it, they're giving it to us for free. Very good. We're really excited for people to have a chance to utilise the vast array of locomotives in the game. The variations included mean that you'll never be sure what will turn up. And you can read all the news along with a full list of features for the Class 20 on Just Trains' blog on their website. Tatami Line from Union Workshop. Union Workshop are continuing to progress on Trainsim World's first Japanese route, the Tatami Line. This month we've been provided with more screenshots on the KIH A40, showcasing the windshield shape has been modified since we last saw it, and the guard key has been added for door operations. Union Workshop has also been working on and refining textures for the exterior of the train. Check out some of the screenshots below. So the waiting room in the station looks really, really nice there. Got a map over there as well, you can see. And that's the KIH A40. Just one of the two trains that will be in-game to play and drive. And again, it's looking amazing. This is a route that I've been really, really looking forward to. We'll keep you updated on the latest news for the Tatami line and more information when you can expect it coming your way. I'm so glad this has moved into the 0 to 3 months list. And something that I'm really looking forward to, the Medway Valley line from Firefly Simulations. Our very own James has been working with Firefly Simulations to bring you a new update for the upcoming Medway Valley line, initially announced in week 2 of Seasonal Reveals 2025. The Firefly team has been making great progress with this route, but we'll let James take it from here. Another month, another Medway Valley update from yours truly. Back in February, we showcased the latest progress on the route, which has continued to wrap up nicely, but we promised that March would offer an insight into the Class 375, so today we'll be digging into exactly that. First off, let's hear from Charlie, who has been on the centre of the work done to bring the Class 375/3 and the 375/6 to life in the Medway Valley line. So this is Charlie. When I started working on the 375, I thought about all the things, big or small, that other players would appreciate just as much as I would, and how to breathe some new life into the Electrostar. For starters, an entirely custom GSMR system has been implemented with a set of new and unique features, catered to those who want more immersive experience. For those playing in expert mode, you will get to input the head code of your train and the signal code your train is standing at when you start a service. You can also call the signaller and they will verbally speak to you and give you instructions. When making a call, it will also display the name of the local signaller on the radio. Cool. Another new feature is the ability to receive an emergency call, and you will get to experience this in one of the scenarios. Next, a unique take on the guard mode experience. Working CCTV cameras at the guard panel, there is a small screen that cycles through each carriage when it is active. If you have expert mode enabled, you'll be able to see this in action, keeping an eye on passengers boarding and alighting your train to ensure safety. Now, if they can have this at the driver end as well, where they show the screens on all Electrostars, that would be great. Another new feature for the cab is operable MCB switches on the back wall. Here you are able to toggle several of the systems on the train, including but not limited to the GCSMR, traction, lighting, ventilation and wiper fuses. Stay vigilant, however, as these may occasionally trip. For the passenger experience, a custom onboard announcement system has been implemented, reflecting the pattern of Southeastern's real announcements. You may also hear a unique announcement play as you approach Beltering, warning passengers about the narrow platforms. So let's check out the video.
We will shortly be arriving at Beltering. Would customers please take care when alighting the train? This station has a narrow platform.
Bit of buffer in there, I do apologise. Moving animals as well, you see the sheep moving around. On other routes, the animals that are still, these ones you can actually see them moving, which brings it to life. It brings the immersion to
Welcome
life.
aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at Yalding, Wateringbury, East Farley, Maidstone West, Maidstone Barracks, Aylesford, New Hythe, Snodland, Horling, Cuxton and Strood.
Cool. She seems to be wearing Dovetail t-shirt there. You can now also use the handles by the exterior cab doors to open them. Pull them to open the door and slide the door shut again. After you've entered the cab, perhaps take a moment to try the handle underneath the driver's seat. For those who enjoy observing the trains from the outside, you can enjoy some new third rail sparkling visuals. The colours of the sparks range from blue to orange, with each having unique characteristics. Blue sparks won't fly as far or not at all, while orange sparks will fly further but will be slightly dimmer. So we have seen these in game before, but not to this effect, which is cool. We're not done here yet though, there are still more surprises waiting that we can't wait to show off. Now this is the 375 that's coming with the game. Hopefully Train Sim World fans on Facebook will not complain and whinge and moan like they did with the 171, because the 377/3 is basically this train here, the 375, just reclassed and moved on. So essentially this is just a reskin of the 377/3. Now a lot of people complained about the 171 being just a reskin of the 170. So I'm expecting a lot of people to just whinge about this train as well, since they whinged about the 171. DDG James. Thank you, Charlie. There certainly is a lot to look forward to, and already this list makes it the most comprehensive Electrostar to date, but that's just the beginning. What really brings the experience together is the sounds. As one of the most common train families in England, many of us know an Electrostar when we hear one, and keen to bring this to life is Luke, who you may also know online as It's Yao165, who was brought on board to give the 375 some attention. Let's see what he has to say. So this is from Luke. When I was approached to replace the project's Electrostar audio, I decided to go all out. This involved months of malicious editing and Audacity using the spectrogram to scrub background noise from recordings of switches, doors, drives, HVAC units, etc. But players will be most focused on driving audio, the sound the train makes when it's dynamic. The place traction audio as the primary focus to capture the Electrostar's metric converter operations accurately. I used 1000 indicator pickup coils alongside my usual microphone. This simultaneously records both acoustic noise and electromagnetic waveforms across various pulse modes, from its initial 1000 Hz asynchronous carrier, I'm pretty sure I didn't say that properly, all the way into the synchronous, I didn't say that properly either, regime with its full block communication. I developed a custom blueprint to manage these sounds, including separate motor audio for interiors, exteriors, and motoring versus braking modes. And this is the video for the Sparks. You probably hear some sounds with this as well. Not when it's in the rain. This is when the Sparks mostly come out. When it's raining, when the track's wet, the third rail's wet. The spark there when it came off the third rail, because the third rail's now on the other side. When it switches sides again, you'll see it when it goes on the inner track, because it's just coming up now. The effects look really good. Sounds good as well. To further enhance immersion, I implemented wet versus dry wiper sounds and a massive library of flange, joint and rolling sounds. A new blueprint triggers air spring sounds, secondary suspension, as you turn sharply through a corner. Immense optimization has gone into the Electrostars for this add-on in order to achieve this highly fidelity, and with the number of Electrostars in the game now, these would be the one ring to rule them all audio experience. So, back to DTG James. From having played with a lot already, the 375 is truly something special, which makes driving, conducting or riding along the valley a fantastic experience, and I can't wait for all of you to get your hands on it too. I have a feeling it won't be too much longer until we can share more details, but that's enough from me today. Thank you to DDG James and Charlie and Luke from Firefly Simulations for the comprehensive info of the Medway Valley line. We're excited to see more updates on this, and if you are too, make sure to keep an eye out on further details and future roadmaps, as this is on the 0 to 3 months course. So after that, we've got the West Coast Main Line, Trent Valley from Audible Studios, another one that I am looking forward to. We have a further update from All Aboard Studios on the progress of the Lynchfield-Trent Valley route, which was also in Train Sim Classic, but that was set a few years ago. This more comprehensive update covers route hopping, gameplay experience, timetable details, and scenarios. I think that's at Crewe, I think, if I remember correctly. A station that I've been to many times. So, another nice screenshot there as well, at Wolverhampton. Or Wolverhampton. That's Wolverhampton. Yes, Wolverhampton. There's no H there. It's not Wolverhampton. It's Wolverhampton. So this from AABS, All Aboard Studios. As part of the upcoming West Coast Mainline release, All Aboard Studios and Just Trains have confirmed calibration at Crewe to ensure you can seamlessly route hop between Trent Valley and Crewe to Preston. So, route hop between two different time zones, time periods, eras. All Aboard Studios working with Dovetail Games to also ensure route hopping is applied to Euston, Milton Keynes and Cross City to ensure a smooth transition between routes back and forth at Lynchfield, Trent Valley and Milton Keynes Central. The timetable has been carefully constructed to reflect the intensity of this section of the West Coast Main Line. In total, there are 2,301 services across the full day, with 478 playable services drawn from 35 layers, high-speed intercity, regional stopping services, and a substantial freight presence combined to create a dense and believable operating environment. The Class 39E leads with 135 playable services, supported by the Class 805 and the 807 diagrams, extensive Class 350 commuter workings, and a broad mix of freight traction. You can see the 350s there, as well as a cross country down the line there. Comprehensive tutorials for the Class 350/4 and the Class 807 are included at the training centre. These provide a thorough introduction to each unit, covering start-up procedures, passenger door operations, and coupling and uncoupling where applicable, ensuring you are fully prepared before heading out onto the fast lines. There is even an introduction to the route itself for those who may be unfamiliar with this stretch of the West Coast Main Line. We have also recreated the well-known Harmy's Farm Lionside location, complete with a dedicated spawn point. If you're in the mood for a bit of train spotting there, it's no better place to take it all in without the need to drive there first. From this vantage point, you can simply stand back and watch the constant flow of intercity, commuter and freight traffic on the fast lines, made even more immersive by the new AI horn functionality as approaching express sounds out across the fields before racing past. The route also features a series of characterful collectibles hidden across the map. Rogue wheel sets pay tribute to the historic Wolverhampton works. Rugby bells appear in recognition to the town where the sport was born, and the Tamworth Spud makes its unmistakable appearance along the line. If you know, you know. We are incredibly proud of what the team has built with West Coast Mainline Trent Valley. It captures the pace, pressure and operational complexity of the famous stretch of railway, while still leaving room to explore and appreciate the detail on the line. We look forward to welcoming you aboard the Trent Valley very soon. All Aboard Studios are also continuing their work on the Class 70, which they are hoping to share an update on in the coming months, so be sure to check out future roadmaps and community spaces for more information further down the line. BNF SF Electromotive 6GP60M from Ion Simulation, something we don't care about, or the Southern or Pacific line from Ion Simulations. An update on the Lisbon stud ball from Virtual VR 360. Again, it's something I'm not interested in. It looks nice. It really does. I didn't realise these were double-decker trains either. The visuals look good, but it's something that I just don't care about at this moment in time. Anywhere when it's on sale, if it's anywhere between 50% or more, I may get it. If it's 80% or more, I would definitely get it. Then we've got the Rhine-Narsbahn from Fosworld. Initially announced during our 2025 season reveals, Rhine-Narsbahn has received its first roadmap update from Fosworld. who have further information on the ongoing development of the route. I can speak for the whole team when I say we are all very happy with the reaction behind the first announcement for the Rhine-Marsbahn. We have continued working very hard building this route and trying to bring it to perfection. Scenery, vegetation more between Duisburg and Rheinstadt is almost complete. It needs to go through a few checks to make sure we are happy with how it stands and to ensure we bring you best possible quality whilst we shift to finishing up industrial areas like Diersport. Dion has also been very busy on the rail network and gameplay side of things, as we now have a timetable full with passenger services on the route, including AI. We'll be working on including realistic freight and of course some special services for the BR145, which is to come soon from the TSG team. Signalling is now complete with full ZS2/3 functionality, along with OHLE, which is almost complete, along the whole route. We are very excited for where we can show more. Keep an eye out for further updates on Rhine-Marsbahn from the team at Fosworld in future roadmaps and in community spaces. State of the Game update, March 2026. Last month we shared our first State of the Game update, providing key insights to improvements that are fundamental in the TSW experience. We're about to continue a monthly candid insight into where we're at with both of these outlined issues, keeping you informed on our latest progress, next steps coming up in the months ahead, and the latest delivery expectations. PS5 doesn't affect me. Blurred textures and optimizations again doesn't affect me. Patches and updates. Stuttgart improvements. Mentioned in previous roadmap live streams and earlier in State of the Game, Frackenberg Stuttgart Hauptbahn is being updated to include a DBBR423, removing the requirement for Frankfurt S-Bahn and therefore natively included over 400 services in both the original 2000 and the DBR-BR147's 2018 timetables. Not only that, but it's also been amended to reflect Stuttgart S-Bahn condition, making the services more realistic than just using the Frankfurt one. And that is not all either. As part of the improvements, a further wagon was copied into core, removing the requirement for Ransognord as a layer, and also copied into the route and implemented into the original 2000 timetable. Is this Mint N-Wagons from Link Roadstruck, adding a mixed livery touch to regional services and making it feel much more authentically turn of the century. Improvement to the Santa Fe on Cajun Pass gameplay pack. No thank you. Game Plus 26 celebration, another fantastic year. They managed to raise 4,650, raised by 114 supporters. Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor arrive on March 17th, 2026. That's something I will be getting. It's separate from Train Sim World. This is my childhood come to life, and I'm looking forward to exploring the wonders of Sodor, and I will be bringing it to you here on the channel with gameplay and impressions. And it's something that my daughter can't wait to see as well. She may actually be here and might get her thoughts as I play through, so that may be coming soon as well. If she doesn't want to do that, then it'll be just me. So great news from the island of Sodor. We can finally share the date we've all been waiting for. Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor launches on March 17th, 2026 for PlayStation, Xbox, Steam and Epic Games Store. Nintendo Switch is coming soon. We're working hard on bringing this to Switch players as soon as we can to provide you with the best possible experience. When we have confirmed release date, we'll share it with you all. Following our recent announcement of this brand new standalone adventure from Dovetail Games in collaboration with Mattel, we're thrilled to announce that Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor launches on the March 17th, 2026. The countdown of Steam-filled stories, familiar faces, Roro fun has officially begun. I won't be able to get it on day one, unfortunately, because I won't be able to afford it, but I'll try and get it as soon as possible. It may not even be this month, I'm afraid. It may even be the month after or the month after that. It'll be just when I'm able to afford it. So I don't get DLC and games for free from Dovetail. I'm not a ambassador, so I can only get when I can afford it. I know loads of people will bring it out, they'll share their thoughts, their experiences, but my thoughts and my experiences will be different to theirs, so please hit that bell notification so you know when I bring out my content, and you can see how I feel about this and my experience with it, and possibly my daughter's. So Metro Rivals, no interest in that whatsoever. The Mystery Challenge, that's what you're getting. The Mystery March Challenge badge and the Visit the UK. You got the cross country train going across the Dwalish seawall there. To get tier 1, that first badge. It's spring cleaning, complete a timetable while it's raining and the temperature is above 5 degrees. Like a train in the distance, drive 30 miles or 48 km. For tier 2 challenges, mixed signals, complete timetables, March Madness, complete 3 scenarios. Failure is not an option, drive 200 miles, that's 329 km, but this was only count if you successfully complete the scenario and timetable challenges first. So do you have to complete the 10 timetables and the 3 scenarios and then drive that much? Or will, even if you drive more than that, will it only complete once you've done the 3 scenarios and 10 timetables? You need to make it more clearer. And as a special bonus, check out this awesome Preston comparison video from our TSW ambassador Tintin57, showing how the route compares to real life locations. So you can see there, that is Preston, what I've been to once, back in 2017, I think, no, 2014 I think it was when I went to Preston, or 2015, can't remember which. You can see in-game is on the left hand side and real life on the right hand side. We won't go through that, but you can check that out on Tintin57 Gaming's YouTube channel. We said about the live stream on Monday the 9th of March to show the roadmap between Alex and Matt, talking all that. Be sure to send us your questions in advance on our March 2026 roadmap. Well, that's already been done and dusted, but you can check that out on YouTube. Yeah, and that's it for this news video. What are you looking forward to? What are you disappointed with? What do you hope to see in the future? The ones I really can't wait for will be the GWR HST Farewell Pack and the Medway Valley lines. They're the two I'm most excited about, and the North London line Richmond extension when it's finally done. Other than that, then the Tatami line and the New York to Stamford routes on the 0 to 3 months. On further down the line, West Coast Main Line Trent Valley is the only one that I'm really excited about. So yeah, that is where we are for the news roadmap for March 2026. So I'm sorry for the stuttering, I'm sorry for how I sound and the way I've been today. So I'm just recovering from an illness. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe with the bell notification to get out today with full future content, and I shall see you next one. Goodbye for now and take care.